Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. I am in the jungle once again. Just a light hike, mainly to do some bushcrafting as well as to film some content. And I thought I'll share with you my upgraded jungle bushcraft belt. In a previous video, I showed some of the new pieces of gear and pouches that I got to upgrade this belt. And I thought I'll put it together for you and do this video just to show you some of the changes since my last video. So let's get started. Here's my upgraded jungle bushcraft belt all laid out. I've taken some bits of gear off the belt so that I can lay the belt flat, and then I'll show you where the different items go to. But basically this is everything that is on my belt and around my waist, on my hips. Now I should mention that I do carry a day pack, and I've showed this before as well. This is always in accompanied with the belt kit. However, the things on my belt kit are what I consider essential items. For whatever reason, if I think that I will get separated from my pack, I want to have these items on me. And it's very common when I'm at base camp doing some bushcrafting, I'll hang my pack up and then I'll go to look for resources or just go maybe about 100-200 meters away from the campsite. So I want to have some essential gear on me, and that's why I have the belt kit. One thing I've done over time is also to lighten up my load. Now, I'm not a ultra light hiker by no means. However, as I do hike a bit, I just hiked 6 kilometers a few days ago with this kit and the pack. I want to make sure it's light enough so it's comfortable. When I go out, I'm not there to test my endurance, to push my limits to the max. I'm there to enjoy the outdoors and have a good time. So to enjoy myself, I want to make sure I'm not breaking my back when I'm going out. So I want to carry the essentials, some tools, but a load that I'm comfortable to carry and to hike for, 10-12 kilometers easily. So I've lightened the load over time. I've changed some bits of gear. I've taken out some redundancies. I used to have a lot of redundancies, so I've taken some of those out or spread them out to the pack as I felt I was just carrying too much. Okay, let's start off with this side of the belt. So this is on my right when I wear it, and that goes all the way to my left. And this belt itself is what you call a battle belt, or maybe a combat belt. There are two parts to it. There's the inner belt with Velcro and the outer belt, which has molly attachments for you to add your bits of gear on. Now, typically when you wear this in a real tactical situation, you'd wear the inner belt, this Velcro belt that holds up your pants. Basically, that would be your main belt, and then you would wrap and stick the outer belt to the inner belt, and then use this cobra clip to clip it in place. And that's for easy, rapid deployment, and that's the way it's set up. Personally, I don't do that. I have my own nylon belt, which I'm wearing right now, but I would just wrap this round as my secondary belt, and I can easily take it on and off as well. So bear in mind, I'm not in a tactical environment. This is a civilian having fun, so I don't have the same tactical requirements as, let's say, the military or special forces. Alright, so the first pouch that comes would be this compass pouch. I had an old one. I changed it recently, mainly because I was going to hike in unfamiliar territory, and I got a Garmin Mini Messenger 2, and that is what I can keep inside here. Now, when I'm in more familiar territory or places that may have a cell signal, then I won't bring the Garmin. I might put it in my pack, and I'll carry my lensatic compass here. And that's why I have here, because I'm in very familiar territory and I can get cell service in this part. But when I did my hike 2 days ago, once we got into the jungle or the outdoor environment, there was no more cell signal, and I brought my Garmin then. Now, next to it, you can see over here, I've got a Grimlock. This is kind of a carabiner. So you just press that and it opens up. Typically, people may put it the other way around, but I prefer to put it this way around. And this is where I attach my parang. As you can see, the system I have over here is just a loop with a carabiner. This goes over the Grimlock, and this becomes kind of my modern dangler system. And if I need, I can also wear this on a strap, like a rifle sling, which I do sometimes. But this few weeks I've been putting it on my belt, and I did a hike, no problem with this. I've talked about this particular parang. It is a My Parang that is made in Malaysia. It's a village chandong, and this sheath is custom made by Mirren Knives. I've reviewed and showed field work of this particular parang in previous videos, so do check out the link in the card above or the description below. In fact, for all the different bits of gear that I've talked about, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can check those out. Now, next to the parang would come this ops pouch, what I call just my general, I won't call it a tool pouch, but it's to carry tools that I'm working with, or if I'm using something at a particular point, I take it out of my pack and I'm just using it for that time being, I will put it, it's kind of my holding pouch, but it does carry other items as well. I used to have a zippered version, but I just found it's quite of a hassle, and you know, when you zip open things too much, I do find over time the zip gets a bit dinged up, especially with the dirt and grime from the jungle. So even like this one over here, this is a bit chewed up and I will have to replace this pack soon. So I decided to go with this Helicon Tex. It's a water bottle pouch, but I use it for a general pouch. I've got my fire kit over here. I've talked about this previously as well. My folding saw, paracord, insect repellent. This is Singapore Military's insect repellent. It's got DEET inside, really effective, but don't get it on any metal or plastic. Got a first aid dressing as well, and that's about it. So really, the idea is not to pack it to the brim. I'm supposed to access things inside easily, and if I need to put something else inside, I can easily do that. I do have a titanium whistle over here for easy access, emergency whistle, and over here I've just got a lighter holder just for convenience, and that goes there. Now in this space over here, that's where I clip on my belt knife, and in this case my belt knife is the more garbled. I've been rotating between the Tops Bob, but now in the effort to lighten up the load a bit, I'm using the garbled, which I like as well, and I've talked about my favorite jungle knives in the previous video. Check it out in the link in the card above or description below. So this is a custom Kydex sheath, also made by the same maker, Marin Knives. Really nice sheath. It's got a drainage hole, big thumb ram that I like. It's got a liner and just fits very well, and that clips very sturdy on this particular belt. I've also got a piggyback sheath. This is for my Victorinox camper. This piggyback sheath also made by Marin Knives, and I have that on. Got some shock cord here to make sure it doesn't fall out, and over here I've got a ferro rod. That's my Light My Fire ferro rod. So this is my belt knife system, and that's here, and it's a bit to my back, and I prefer it that way because my primary go-to generally would be the parang as a general multi-purpose tool. Let's talk about the pouch right at the back. So this is at the small of my back. I call this my admin pouch. So it's got two compartments, one main compartment, one front compartment, and over here I just carry my sharpening stone. This is the Tocnevin DC4 double-sided, and then some compound on the leather back for stropping. So great for field stropping. Now the parang is a great tool, but this is spring steel 5160. If you bash through the jungle after some usage, it will dull. So it just takes a few passes on the stone and the strop to sharpen it up. Now I used to carry an emergency kit, like my survival kit here. My first aid kit was origin behind as well. It is heavier. I've moved my toolkit, streamlined it, put it into my pack. And here, all I do is I carry my water filter system, and I use it in this mesh bag so that it can dry out, and thanks to the subscriber for highlighting that, as opposed to keeping it in a plastic bag. I used to keep it in a bag which was plastic on one side and netted on the other, but I've just gone full mesh now, and that's it. And if I need to keep maybe energy bar or something, I would keep it here as well if I'm going for a hike away from my pack. On the left side of my hip, I carry my canteen cook set. Now I've done a thorough breakdown on this in a previous video, so I won't go through the details, but this is a Rothko canteen pouch. I find that it works best. I've got a Nalgene bottle over here, a Lazada stove and canteen set, stainless steel version here. This is kind of my emergency canteen set. I have a separate cook set that I have in my pack, which I use to cook with, boil water, but this is more of emergencies. Great thing about this, it's got a lid as well as a bail, so it's got quite a lot of flexibility, and this fits inside nicely. On the side pouches, I've got some bits of gear. I've got plastic bags, coffee filters, puree tabs, right? So it's really a self-contained water cook set survival sort of kit. And then on this side I do have my plastic tubing that I use to extract water from bamboo, and I've showed this in a previous video. You can check that out as well. The water bottle pouch is MOLLE strapped in this space over here, and next to it I have this Max Petition dump pouch. It's the largest version, and this is an ammo pouch, but I don't use it for ammo. I use it to collect resources. It's great when you're going around away from camp and you're picking up resources for fire making, different size wood, and you don't want to carry it, so you put it in a pouch like that. And if you're in the jungle and you find a golden monkey, you can put it inside as well. Now next to my dump pouch I have this holder. It's basically just a strap with a single MOLLE strap, but then there's this nylon strap with velcro, and that's to put my gloves by my side. And then next to that, finally, I've got my med kit. This is my individual first aid kit, or IFAC, and I've talked about this in the video as well. This is the Helicontex mini med kit, and I have it by my side so that I can easily unzip it, open it up, and it's always there. And I like the red color, just want to stand out so that everyone knows that's the med kit. There you have it. This is the overview of my jungle bushcraft belt kit. Now there are elements of survival built in, because anytime you go outdoors you might run into a sticky situation, even if it's a remote possibility, so you do need to be prepared. But let me know what you think of this upgraded belt kit. Do you have any ideas or suggestions that you think will enhance this kit even more? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.